All right, let's try this. Um, oh, there we go. Okay, so turns. So anyways, I keep the hand because apparently a hand with Ensnaring Bridge is more likely to win, even though it's essentially a 5-mana hand. Um, and of course, play the Shredder first. I didn't have to play the Opal here, but I did anyways. Um, yeah, Collective Brutality, go for the discard mode to make sure I can land that turn 3 bridge. And these are my options here, the Time Warp, the Temporal Mastery, or Exhaustion. I figure I'll go for the Time Warp. The Exhaustion doesn't, I mean, I guess it's like a 3-mana Time Warp, almost. But, yeah, the Temporal Mastery costs more, so it doesn't matter so much. Yeah. And turn 3 bridge. Yeah. Also, I think it might have been better for my opponent to keep up a Remand Man after that bridge, but whatever. Yeah, that's fine. I can easily play out my hand still. And here, what I'm trying to do is, like, my opponent only has so many win conditions, the Snapcasters and the, what's that thing that the awakens a land or what, apart the water veil. So if I can mill those out, then I'll be good to go. So I'm just going all out mill plan because let's see, 1, 2, 3 plus 4, 5. Their deck divided by 5. That's how many turns they got left max. And yeah, discard mode. Oh yeah, and you got the miracle off. Discard mode again, and I want to say I grabbed the temporal mastery. Yeah, and no. So yeah, opponent. Yeah, go ahead and just mill like crazy. I think it was because yeah, my opponent, if I'm not mistaken, cast a Serum Visions. Yeah, and Scryed. So of course I wanted to mill it. Yep. Oh yeah, I get to untap my opal. So that gives me a chance to do a whole bunch of cool stuff. I might go ahead and go for the second Thoughtseize. I think I grabbed the Cryptic here. Yeah. Again, milling like crazy. Yeah, grab a lantern. Yeah. I think, yeah, I'm still able to see 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, I mess up pretty hard here. What I should have done is wait for the Cryptic to resolve and then surgical all the Cryptics. But I pulled the trigger too quick and I do it now. So that was a pretty hard misplay on my behalf. So now they're going to be able to get the churns thing going. Ooh. Cat's playing with a box. See, I mess up pretty hard here. But I guess even then, I mean, they had it. because they get a bunch of turns going. Yep, and that's it. So game 2. I keep the hand because of the Thoughtseize, really. And I don't need to Thoughtseize first. Let's see, did my opponent scry? Yeah, and I played the Shredder first, so yeah. And of course, I need to grab that Hercules, really. And again, just mill my opponent like crazy. Yeah, that redirect is really good. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I've got the game locked up. So yeah, game is pretty much completely locked. I get the island. Now here they go for report the water bell, and of course I ghost quarter their target to counter it. Yeah, opponent didn't know the rules on that. I don't know if they would have tried it anyways, but it's not the first time that I've had an opponent not know that I can counter their Part the Water Bell with the Ghost Quarter. So I provide the link for the ruling to show that. And last time that happened, my opponent kept on playing anyways and ignored me and ignored the ruling. So, but this time, fortunately, my opponent was pretty cool about it. Yeah. Yeah. And now it's just keeping my opponent off of anything important. I do still have to worry about the redirect. It makes it so surgical extraction is total crap. Yeah, I could have gotten a bridge there, but I got a shredder because I knew that my opponent might try to. I didn't know I was going to get a seal on top, and I knew I needed more mill rocks to keep them off of extra cards. So yeah, I need another mill rock to help secure the lock. Yeah. Sometimes when the opponent scries, it messes it up. So yeah, I let the Howling Mine go. And I don't want that. So Thoughtseize, and of course they redirect back to me, which is fine. Yeah, an opponent concedes. So game 3. This is really neat. The opponent has Inkmoth Nexus in their deck. I keep, because Lantern and Thoughtseize here, so. Now I know my opponent has redirects in their deck, so I Thoughtseize first because I don't want them to be able to redirect that Thoughtseize. I can't remember what I took here. And I want to say I took out Surgical Extraction because of those redirects, which is good because they also have relics. And they brought in their relics. So they brought those in and it ends up not mattering. Yeah. I'll go ahead and get everything I can as quick as I can, since I know they have no counters. Yep. So now I go ahead and play it out to force the redirect. I mean, it doesn't really matter because they could have just like let me grab the redirect, but whatever. Yeah. So this is cool too. They brought in Thing in the Ice against me. And I go ahead and sack the Lantern to get rid of Cryptic. But as long as I have both bridges, I figure I'll be fine. And opponent brings in the whatchamacallit, what's it called, Vendilion Clique, to put the seal on the bottom. That would have been really helpful. And I end up getting another cage instead. Now, unfortunately, the opponent has Circle's Recall. Yep. Which is super poopy. Yeah. And so the opponent tries to click a bridge out of my hand or something. And instead they say, never mind, you can keep your hand. But I'm about to take a bunch of damage. And they needed that Time Warp. So they draw into it with the Gaia Reach Sanctum. And we go ahead and swing for that 7. Oh yeah, they lost connection. There we go. Oh, sorry, the 10. And of course now they can Time Warp and do it again. I'm like, oh. So yeah, the occasional loss to turns. Normally it's a really good matchup, but yeah, it was good. And opponent was pretty cool. So